Hello, my name's Whitney, and this is my third YouTube video. And today I wanted to talk about a story time, pretty much, of my first time astral projecting. And it actually kind of happened by accident. So prior to me astral projecting by accident, I had known about it for maybe a couple weeks, maybe a few weeks. And I did a little research, but I didn't know too much. I hadn't experienced it myself, so it was all hearsay. Well, one day I decided to meditate and just visualize what I thought astral projecting would be like and feel like. And I went through that process. I visualized it. For me personally, I believed it to look like rainbow colors everywhere. Fuzziness, I don't know. I had no idea. That's what I come up with. And at the time, I had really no idea that that's actually a really good manifestation technique. I'm 32, and this was, I was early 20s, so, that's the most that I had done, was visualizing me doing it, not actually doing it. Well, fast forward a couple weeks in advance. Couple weeks later, it was one night, all of a sudden I woke up. I just woke up and I was looking around and something felt off. Things looked fuzzy. Everything was the same, but it looked fuzzy. And something felt off. That's all I could feel in that moment. I looked over, my partner was sleeping, and I was trying to wake her up I needed to talk to somebody, I went to call her name, and it just sounded like this. And that's when I really started to freak out. I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Why can no one hear me? I was screaming, and she was just sleeping. It felt like I was so far away, yet I was right there. Which, knowing what I know now, it makes sense, because the astral realm is set to right here. It's right here. It's just a different realm, like a different channel. So I was there, but I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, I could see her, she couldn't see me. Well, she could see my body, but not like me outside of my body screaming for her. She couldn't hear me. I'm on a whole different frequency, Well, what happened is once I started to freak out, I started to feel my body get really heavy. And myself was weighed down back to the bed. And I thought I was dying. I couldn't control it. I'm heavy, right? At the time, I didn't know I was out of my body. Well, then I jumped back in my body, and I was like, what the heck? So, I went to sleep, woke up the next day, researched it, and lo and behold, astral projection is what come up. Other people had similar experiences. And I learned techniques on what to do when you go into sleep paralysis, which that's a way you can go into your astral body, is you lay there in a meditative state and you don't move your body for a minute. If you can't itch, nothing. You have to be still. You have to trick your body to believe that it's asleep, but you're consciously aware. So you stay conscious, but your body goes to sleep. It's very much possible. Well, I never took the time to intentionally do it. I had a lot going on at the time, so anytime it did happen, it was like by chance in a way. And yeah, so fast forward a few months later, I consciously astral projected. It wasn't just me doing it and not realizing it, like the last time, right? So I was up late at night reading about the vibration of 13. I'm really into numerology and all of that, so yeah, I was reading on the number 13. Next thing I know, I'm half asleep, my body goes into paralysis. And since I had done the research prior, I knew what to do to get out of my body. So my body was just still, I couldn't move my body. And instead of panicking, I chose to use the technique that I read about. And one of the techniques was the rope technique. So when you're in paralysis and you're wanting to come out of your body, but it's not happening, you imagine a rope above your body, and your astral hands, you pull up on this rope. And then once you're like up, like the top part, you know what I mean? And then you can roll the rest. That's what I did. Everyone's different. That's what I did to come out of my body. And once I rolled off the bed, I was out, and I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. This was life-changing. The freedom I felt. Prior to this, I've had visions come in my head where an eagle, like, pretty much telling me we are separate from our bodies. So I was flying in the sky with this guide, and they were pretty much telling me we're not our body, and a light orb come out of this eagle's head and was separate from the eagle. So the visual was showing me the separation. But anyway, when I come out of my body, sorry I got off topic in a way, not off topic, but that's a whole different thing. But anyway, I come out of my body. I had just rolled out. I come out of my body and I was excited. I didn't know where I wanted to go first. So I was like, whoa. So I decided just to go up to the ceiling, outside. I wanted to go outside. So I shot up to the ceiling. I was like floating above my house. And I'm like, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? And I heard something. I don't know if it was a guide or what, but I heard it. And it was like, go up. And I was a little scared because this is all new to me. This is my new astral body. It's like I'm a caterpillar and I just got my wings, you know? It was a lot. But anyway, I decided to go up. So what happened was I pretty much just did like this, and I just shot up, and rainbow lines were like all right here while I'm like light speed traveling up. And then I come to a stop, and I'm up there in space with all the stars around, and I'm doing tricks, flips. I mean, like I said, this is my astral body. It's all new to me. I'm just having fun. That's what I wanted to do when I left my body, is just do tricks in the sky, little flips. Anyway, and then the stars started talking to me, pretty much saying that they were conscious. This sounds crazy, right? But the stars were conscious. And at the time, I was like, what? That's crazy. But now it just makes sense, because lots of things are conscious. Trees, you know, like, but I don't know. The stars were like souls, you know? They felt like souls just up there. I don't know. But anyway, soon after hearing that they were souls, I went back to my body just like that. Looked at my phone, and it was 333. And that was very significant to me because, you know, I feel like I communicate with the universe via numerology, synchronicity, signs. And that was the biggest transformation. Like, it was just insane. I was just a young 20-year-old, and then I realized I could come out of my body. No one teaches you that in school. They don't. This is ancient. This goes back. This is nothing new. You know, you can leave your body. It's just, they don't teach that because they want you to consume, be distracted, addicted, lower frequencies. They don't want you to raise your vibration to where you can start leaving your body, you know, because we are powerful. And I know this is hard to believe, but if you don't believe it, which is fine, if you don't believe it, ask yourself, why don't you? Why don't you believe you are that powerful to do that, to come out of your body? We're spiritual beings, you know? That's what I believe, at least. I don't know, it was a very cool experience, and it really changed my life, and I want to get back into that. I want to actually intentionally lay down, meditate, and try to go back into the astral realm because I'm curious to explore it. I haven't actually got to explore other than doing flips in the sky, you know. It's been a minute. But I've been working on my health journey, and my mind is so good. I feel like I'm finally in a place to where I can focus on those things more, the spiritual side of myself. And I'm just feeling great, guys. I really appreciate y'all listening to this video. Look it up, astral projection. Try it out. At least look into it. I mean, it's amazing. We can leave our bodies, guys. Anyway, I want to say, on my last 2 videos, I got really great comments, and I appreciate all of y'all. I genuinely feel like I connect with every single one of y'all, and it makes me so happy to see any one of y'all comment. I love you guys, and I'll be making a new video soon, so be good.